Welcome back to Crazy Bill's Garage. And what you're looking at here is a 2-liter motor out of a Honda. Well, it's in a Honda Civic. And yeah, I'm changing the spark plugs today. I am putting in, oh, my light is, oh, well, I'm putting in A Premium Iridium spark plugs. I know these things are supposed to get NGK, but I'm just going to try these out. I want to try them. It's not that bad. And we're going to see why this thing has been running a little, well, not as smooth as it could be. And that is actually was happened probably last. I don't drive this car in the winter. I keep it in the garage here. And it's probably why it only has 29,000 kilometers on it for a 2018. But I love driving it through the summer. It's a fun car to drive. And yeah, it's a manual. Yeah. So it is fun to drive. So I last year had a problem closer to the end of August when I was getting close to not driving it. And it just didn't feel right. It felt low on power. It didn't feel right. There was a little bit of a, I don't know how to say it, a burble out of the exhaust, or kind of a miss or something that was just, it had a little bit of a pop. So it was a little, well, it wasn't great. So I've deducted that it's probably the spark plugs that have been in here for 8 years. And I know Iridiums can go for a million miles or something, and especially NGK. But I got a feeling it's a spark plug. So we're going to change the spark plugs and see if it helps. And I do know it has been down. It feels like it's been down on power. So changing the spark plugs probably isn't a bad idea anyways, even with only 29, almost 30,000 kilometers. So I'm going to start it up. You can hear it start. I'll put you back by the exhaust and see if you can hear it, or am I just going crazy? So there we are at idle. And I know it doesn't sound like much, but it's there. I know it's there. Let's get to changing these spark plugs. So first off, I already undid the cover, so it should, well, no, it's not all the way off. Really? Yeah, thought I undid them all the way. There we go. Wow. Who knew? And there's the spark plugs underneath the cover. And everything looks good, new, fine, but, what do I see over there? I think some mices have been through here. I'm just going to blow this off. So there we go. I got them blowing off. I'm actually going to take all of these out right now. It's 10 mil. That one seemed a little loose. Great. That's always good for a vehicle, isn't it? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. They're stuck in there pretty good. That one seemed fine. And that one seems fine. Let's pull up number 1. And let's get her unhooked. There we go. Number 1 unhooked. Let's take a look at her. Yeah, still looks like one of the finest from Japan. And I'm going to place these in order here, because I want to put them back in order. That one. There we go. Number 2. That one looks pretty good too. Things come out so nice. They're not stuck in or anything. Well, I have a little bit of crud right here, but I'll blow that off later with the air blower. Who makes these anyways? Hitachi. So these are Hitachis. Honda. So There we go. I got the fourth one on done. Take a look here. Oh, everything looks pretty good. I don't see any wire. Oh, I better check. These wires are good. So far, nothing's been nibbled on. I don't have many mice, well, in my garage. I say that, yeah. We all know. We do, don't we? We all know. So, oh, I need a ratchet. So, these spark plugs are, I believe, 12 mil. I got myself a magnetic. I bought that off of Amazon. And, oh, what am I using now? 12 mil? Fits. That one said 14 on it. So, ooh. Yeah, they're a little tight. I haven't touched these since the factory put them in. So, gonna see how tight they are. And yes, I know, I'm not running them in with this. I'm just taking them out very lightly. No biggie. And there we go. And here we are. Oh, come on, focus. It doesn't want to focus. There we go, focus. Seems this one is okay. Used, very used. So that's number one. Let me put them here so I can look at them later through the my spark plug tester. So let's see. Oh, jeepers, these are strong. They're all in there tight so far. Oh, there's that one. Oh, we got something here. Focus, come on. I don't want to focus. Why don't you want to focus? Come on. That one's worn down. So something wrong with that one. Number two. Yes, there is something wrong with that one. That one's got a huge gap on it. I wonder if I got a gapper in the garage here. I probably do. I'll check the gaps on these too. Oh, my word. You know what? I'm just going to while I'm here, break this one too. Oh, free. Then I can get them both. So I'm going to do number three. Number three. There's number three. And number three, see the gap is pretty close on number three. Number two is pretty far away. So do I got a problem there? Something with that spark plug. That's why I was getting my the thing I felt. I felt it. I knew, I heard it, I felt it. Didn't feel like there was as much power. And let's check this one here. Yeah, it looks pretty good actually. This thing's only got 30,000 kilometers on them. So let me get out the ones I'm putting in. So the A Premium, there we go. I know they're not double Iridium or anything, but they're Iridium to, what is it called? Platinum. So let me just get all four of these started here, which you probably don't need to see. So I've got them all in, and now I'm just gonna lightly put these in. There we go. Nothing serious. Don't wail on it. There we go. It's not that bad. Whoop, that one I went a little crazy, but I'm sure it's not that bad. There we go. Now we got to get to torquing them in, which is probably the fun part. Because I'm probably just going to torque them to like 16. It's usually what I do. A lot of Japanese cars too, 16 foot-pounds. And it says here 15 to 25 Newton meters. So I think that runs close to, I'm going to just do 15 and where are we here? And there we go. 15 foot-pounds. This Power Fist does not have Newton meters. I was shocked. So I had to look on the Googles and check to see where we were on that. So I think I got to move you. Yeah, I do. Well, I think we got a good spot, though. Is that a good spot? Feels plenty tight enough. Crushing down the washer. There we go. There we go. Usually I used to torque them down at like 21, but not the Honda. Not the Honda. The Honda doesn't get the 21 treatment. So I got to put the coils back in, and I'll show you one, and then I'll click off or get out or whatever. I'll bring you back. That's it. That's the word I'm looking for. I'll bring you back for the startup. Yeah, that's what I think I'll do. Pretty simple putting coils in. Not a problem. Oh, and if you're putting in these little screws, bolts, back into where the coils get held down, I don't put them very tight. Pretty well just snug them in there. I don't know, 4 foot-pounds maybe, 3 foot-pounds. You don't want to get them in tight. They're not going to move. So, yeah, don't just hammer them in there. So all the spark plugs are back in, and we're ready to start it. And VTEC. Wow, I got VTEC on my probably exhaust valves only, but hey, whatever. This thing runs really nice when it's running nice. So I'm going to start it up and let her run, and we can see if there's any difference. Hopefully it runs smoother. So what do you think? Running a little better? Not? Actually, it is running pretty smooth now. I think we did the trick. I think we found one bad spark plug, but I'm going to take those inside. We're going to put them in that spark plug checker, and we're going to see how well they run. Yeah, I think this thing runs a lot smoother. Well, if not a little smoother. So there's 3 and 4. This one over here being 3, and this is 4. They look relatively the same. So we're just going to turn this on and see how they spark. I know, this thing is a good toy. I like it. So they're sparking. Are they sparking? Yeah, they're sparking about the same, aren't they? Give her a little more. Yeah. But I would say number 4, I don't know, number 4 is a better spark than number 3. Yeah, I would say there is probably something wrong with, a little bit wrong with 3 there. So now, let's put in this one. Number 2 and number 1. So 1 is here. This is 2. As you can see, a difference in number 2 there. So something happened drastically to it, I guess, because it has a huge gap now. And that is probably why I was having kind of, you know if you drive your car, if there's a problem. So let's turn her on. Yeah, I can see. It is still sparking though. But it's pretty sporadic. Turn it up a bit. Look at the difference there. That spark on number 2 is kind of all over the place now. And, well, number 1 still looks pretty good. So let's turn her down. Let's see number 1 cutting out there pretty good. So, yeah. So, yeah, there we go. I guess we did have a problem. And I'm glad I could feel that in the throttle, and it didn't get as good gas mileage anymore, and it felt a little sluggish. So time for a change was warranted, and I'm glad I did it. I thought these are, what are these? These are the, the NGK. There we go. There's the number. That's what originally came in my Honda Civic. So, I'm going to try out those A Premiums, see how well they work. And, well, we'll check those out in about 10,000 kilometers. Thanks for watching.